طيب, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Continue inshallah with the book Al-Fawaid for Ibn Qayyim, a collection of wise sayings. Mahir, where did we leave off inshallah? MashaAllah. وَلَن تَقْدِرَ عَلَى ذَلِكَ إِلَّا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالْيَقِينِ فمتى فقدت الصبر واليقين كنت كمن أراد السفر في البحر في غير مركب. A person, the only way he can aid himself in being sincere and steadfast upon that is through patience and certainty. The moment you lose patience and certainty, you'll be like someone going on a journey without any means to it, basically. قال تعالى فاصبر إن وعد الله حق ولا يستخفنك الذين لا يوقنون. Be patient, verily the truth of your Lord is ever true. And let it not affect you, those people who don't have certainty. So he used this too. Look at this power where he extracts it from. وقال تعالى, that's why they say the more understanding you have, the more you're able to extract from the Quran and be able to ponder and reflect more. وقال تعالى وجعلنا منهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا لما صبروا وكانوا بآياتنا يوقنون. We have made amongst them imams, guiding by way of our commands when they were patient and when they had certainty of faith. So بالصبر واليقين تنال الإمامة في الدين. With patience and certainty, you reach the levels of imams. فصل لذة كل أحد على حسب قدره وهمته وشرف نفسه. The enjoyment of everyone is according to his status and his aspiration and the nobility of himself. فأشرف الناس نفسا وأعلاهم همة وأرفعهم قدرا من لذته في معرفة الله ومحبته والشوق إلى لقائه. The greatest people in nobility, and the greatest of them in ambition, and the highest of them in status is those whose enjoyment is coming to know Allah and loving Him and yearning to meet Him. وَالتَّوَدُّدُ إِلَيْهِ بِمَا يُحِبُّهُ وَيَرْضَى فَلَذَّتُهُ في إقباله عليه وعقوف همته عليه ودون ذلك مراتب لا يحصيها إلا الله حتى تنتهي إلى من لذته في أخص الأشياء. So Ibn Qayyim rahmatullahi alayh, he mentions the more a person, his pleasure is in pleasing Allah, you find the noble he is in character, the noble he is in aspiration, the noble he is in his goals. But the opposite is opposite. When someone, his goals and ambition is low, you find that his actions and so forth, he finds enjoyment in the lowly of affairs. And as one of the speakers was speaking before, bad publicity now is good publicity. People like it now. Before, was something people would be ashamed of. If you do something that gets a lot of views, even though you look bad, it's being considered to be something that you find enjoyment in now. It's unfortunate. فلو عرض عليه ما يلتذ به الأول لم تسمح نفسه بقبوله ولا التفات إليه وربما تألمت من ذلك. That's why if you present someone to find enjoyment in learning about Allah, yearning to meet Him, he won't be in a state of enjoyment. His enjoyment is somewhere else. He'll be even bothered. That person, you have to rectify him from within. كما أن الأول إذا عرض عليه ما يلتذ به هذا لم تسمح نفسه ولم تلتفت إليه ونفرت نفسه منه. I find the opposite. وأكمل الناس لذة من جمع له بين لذة القلب والروح ولذة البدن. So the best of people enjoyment is those who have all the enjoyments that are of means that person can get combined. فهو يتناول لذاته المباحة على وجه لا ينقص حظه من الدار الآخرة، أو لا ينقص حظه من الدار الآخرة، أو لا ينقص حظه من الدار الآخرة، ولا يقطع عليه لذة المعرفة والمحبة والأنس بربه. So a person who takes some of the lawful enjoyments of this world, the halal entertainment, for example, he does it in a way where it doesn't affect his portion of enjoyment of the next life, and doesn't disrupt it, of coming to know Allah and loving it. He doesn't do it at the cost of that. It's balanced. فهذا ممن قال الله تعالى قل من حرم زينة الله التي أخرج لعباده والطيبات من الرزق قل هي للذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا خالصة يوم القيامة. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala combines for the believers the enjoyment of the lawful things of this world with an enjoyment of the next life. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Being granted goodness in this life and goodness in the next life. So Allah says, say, O Muhammad, who has made it unlawful the adornments of your Lord that He has brought out for His servants, and the lawful things of provision, say it is for the believers in this world, and also alone for them in the next life. And then He says, وَأَبْخَصُهُمْ حَظًّا مِنَ اللَّذَّةِ مَنْ تَنَاوَلَهَا على وجه يحول بينه وبين لذات الآخرة فيكون ممن يقال لهم يوم استيفاء اللذات أذهبتم طيباتكم في حياتكم الدنيا واستمتعتم بها. And the worst of portions of people of enjoyment is those who take their worldly enjoyment at the expense of losing their enjoyment to the next life. To the point when he comes to get his share of enjoyment in the next life, it will be said to him, أَذْهَبْتُمْ طَيِّبَاتِكُمْ فِي حَيَاتِكُمُ الدُّنْيَا. You already took your enjoyment. You already took it in advance. فَهَؤُلَاءِ تَمَتَّعُوا بِالطَّيِّبَاتِ. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions to disbelievers. فَلْيَأْكُلُوا ذرهم يأكلوا ويتمتعوا ويلهيهم الأمل فسوف يعلمون. Let them have their enjoyment and be distracted. This is it. But as for the believers, it said to them, what's the ayah in Surah Hud? ثم, on the beginning of it, متاعا حسنا إلى أجل. Give us a reminder. يمتعكم متاعا حسنا إلى أجل مسمى. So this is it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions with their istighfar and their ibadah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant them متاعا حسنا, a good enjoyment. So do the ibadah, the tayyibat and so forth, it doesn't, you can harmonize between them. وأولئك تمتعوا بالطيبات وافترقوا في وجه التمتع فأولئك تمتعوا بها على وجه الذي أذن لهم فيه فجمع لهم بين لذة الدنيا والآخرة وهؤلاء تمتعوا بها على وجه الذي دعاهم إليه الهوى والشهوة وسواء أذن لهم فيه أم لا فانقطعت عنهم لذة الدنيا وفاتتهم لذة الآخرة فلا لذة الدنيا دامت لهم ولا لذة الآخرة حصلت لهم. So you find that both of them had enjoyments in this world, but one people overdone it and they lost the other enjoyment. So their enjoyment of this world wasn't long lasting, and also they lost the internal enjoyment in the next life. فمن أحب اللذة ودوامها والعيش الطيب فليجعل لذة الدنيا موصلا له إلى لذة الآخرة بأن يستعين بها على فراغ قلبه لله وإرادته وعبادته فيتناولها بحكم الاستعانة والقوة على طلبه. So whoever wants the enjoyment and wants it to last and a good life, then let him make the enjoyment of this world lead him to the enjoyment of the next life. Allahu Akbar, brothers. Let your enjoyment of this world lead you to the enjoyment of the next life. That it allows you to use it as a means to empty your heart for Allah and seek His pleasure and His worship, and to seek means by it and to strengthen yourself, not merely for whims and desires. This is the topic. What time is Maghrib? So these are the words that we wanted to come over, inshallah. This is upon us to reflect that a person, he has to not make his main goal the enjoyment of this world, but make it a means to reach the ultimate enjoyment, and to look at it as a portion of this world. وَلَا تَنْسَى نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Don't forget your worldly portion of this world, of enjoyment and provision. But his main goal is the real enjoyment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you find these type of people, they're yearning to meet Allah. In their du'as and sujood, they say, Allahumma, and also tashahud that comes on Ammar bin Yasir. أسألك لذة النظر إلى وجهك والشوق إلى لقائك. I ask to have the enjoyment of seeing your face, and to yearn and to anticipate to meet you, O Allah. This is their enjoyment, and this is their ladha, as it comes in the hadith. We end with this. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Jazakumullah khairan. And there's some refreshments for those fasting.